going to get very quickly because you were already starting to kind of do it on Tuesday. So I think you're gonna nail it. All right. Does that sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Awesome. So do you remember on Tuesday we're starting to do multiplication, and we did the strategy called equal groups. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
All right. Remember where if we have, sorry, I still don't have my big piece of paper. I need to go to my classroom, but I live in Ellensburg, so I just don't go up there every day, but I'm going to get it for you, and it's going to be way easier for me to write and for you to be able to see, okay? All right, so remember here, if we have 4 times 2, remember the 4 means how many groups, and the 2 means how many are in each group, remember? And then that means there's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and 2 in each, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Do you want to do a few practice problems?
Sure.
Okay, let's do it. Let's do the first few together. So let's do 3 times 2. Okay, so our number is 3 times 2. So Kaden, that first number means that there are how many groups?
So there's 3 groups, and each thing is 2.
Each of them has 2 in it. Okay, so you do the problem, and then I'm going to do the problem too, and we'll see what we get, okay?
6.
Nice. Did you do the...
I already know the I already knew the answer before I wrote my 2 down.
Good job. But you just told me, so it seems like you understand that if it's 3 times 2, the first number means how many groups, the second number means how many are in each group, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then do you have your example that you could show me, even though you already got it in your head? Let's see it. Perfect. Nice, buddy. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 4 times 2. Okay, so 4 times 2. Kaden, what does the 4 represent?
There is 4 circles.
Yep.
And so if I have 4, 2.
2 in each.
4, 8, 9, 10. The answer would be 10.
Okay, let's try that one more time. So we have 4 groups and 2 are in each. Let's draw our circles. Let's draw that first, and then we'll start doing some skip counting. So let's draw 4 circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And Kaden, how many should be in each?
In each there should be...
Do you see it?
2.
Yep, perfect. Let's do that real quick. 1, 2, 1, 2. And now, Kaden, what we can do here
8.
is, yep. And did you skip count?
Use the top one to give me the answer.
Oh.
That was 3 and that was 2.
You're so smart. Kaden, sometimes students don't make that connection, but you made that connection that, oh, the problem that we just did was 3 times 2. The problem that we're doing now, all we need to do is add 1 more group, so we only need to add another set of 2. I am so impressed that you made that connection. That is awesome. So our answer is what, Kaden?
8.
8. So Kaden, 4 times 2 equals 8. Okay, let's do 2 more. Does that sound good? And then we'll do some repeated addition. Okay, now let's do 6 times 1. You might be able to do this one in your head. 6 times 1.
6.
Good job. How do you know that, Kaden?
It's because I know 6 is 6, but then if you have 1, it's just the same exact number that your parent.
It's just 6 ones, right?
Yeah.
So that means 6, right? Yep, exactly. Or what you can do, for this multiplication sentence, you know that there are 6 groups, right? Mm-hmm. With 1 in each. For this problem, we probably don't need to draw it out because you already know the rule that whenever you multiply something by 1, it's always that other number that you multiplied by 1, right? So 6 times 1 is 6. What about 8 times 1?
8.
8. 10 times 1?
10.
10. You got it, buddy. Okay, let's do one more. and then we'll do our new concept. Let's do 3 times 3. Okay, so 3 times 3. Do you see it?
The answer is 8.
Okay, you're very close.
Oh, so 3.
You're so smart. You're just trying to do these in your head.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, right? Because you're adding 3 3s. So what you just did. So Kaden, what you just did, buddy, is what we're going to be doing today. You know that 3 times 3 is just 3 groups of 3. So you have to add 3 3 times. It's kind of a tongue twister. Okay, so Kaden, what does the first number represent?
It represents how many circles there is.
So that means how many groups. Circles and groups, kind of the same thing. Yep, so we should have 3 circles, 3 groups, 1, 2, 3. And then Kaden, how many should be in each?
How many should be in each is the back number. So if I have 3 plus 3 equals 9. If I have 3 groups, but 3 groups of 3.
Yep.
And then you count what's in the little dots, and then your answer comes out.
Good job, buddy. Yep, so we have 3 groups with 3 in each. So Kaden, what you're doing right now is what we call repeated addition. So multiplication and addition are similar. You can use addition to solve multiplication problems. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And you just kind of figured it out without me even having to tell you. So let me show you how we would use repeated addition with this problem you just did. It would be 3 plus 3 plus 3, right? Just like we did with our circles, but now we just represent it with addition. Because Kaden, there are 3 groups of 3, right? So we should have 3 3s added. Does that make sense, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show you kind of what I drew out for you. So, for repeated addition, if we have 4 times 2, we know that the 4 means what?
So the 4 means how many is in the front number, and the back means how many is your number that you got to place into
the groups. Yep, exactly. So, there's that model. Okay, so we have 4 groups with 4 in each. How this problem can also be represented is right down here, Kaden. 4 groups of 2, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 4 groups of 2, right?
Yep.
Okay. Does that make sense how it's repeated addition?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. So Kaden, for repeated addition, you still need to know that, okay, the first number means how many groups, but then the second number means what you're adding. So we're adding the 2 4 times. Does that make sense, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you're just doing that, and then you're just basically switching them up.
Yes, and like I said, you could have already figured that out on Tuesday and today too. You're making the connection between the two, which is awesome. Okay, so my second example is 5 times 3. So Kaden, what does the 5 mean?
The 5 means there's 5 circles.
Circles, yep. And the 3 means what?
There's 5 things. And so each thing,
each group.
each group,
there you go.
It means that is there 3 and 5 little columns.
Perfect. So there's 5 groups and 3 are in each. Just like that's pretty much just what you said. So Kaden, for repeated addition, that means there's going to be 5 groups of 3. So 5 3s added.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense to find our answer?
Yeah.
And our answer is 15. Okay?
Looks like 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3.
Yes. And what you were doing, remember you did this on Tuesday? You were like, okay, I know 3 plus 3 is 6. Okay, then I add another 3 is 9.
12.
Remember you did this? And then the next 3 is 12. And then the next 3 is 15. Yep. Remember you did that on Tuesday and I was super impressed with you? I was like, Kaden, you just did our next lesson. You silly goose. Okay, let's try and do one together. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. How about 2 times 6 equals, okay, so 2 times 6, Kaden, what does the 2 represent?
The 2 represents how many, so, I'll write it down here, 2 times 6. There is 2 little circles.
2 little circles.
In each one, there is 6, and our answer will be 12.
Nice. Okay, but how do we represent this one with repeated addition?
So what do you mean by repeated addition?
Okay, this is what we're learning right now. So these right here, buddy, that's repeated addition.
Oh, so it's basically just adding more and more.
It's adding? Yeah, it's adding.
Oh. So now I figured it out. So you basically just have to write down what you're thinking in your head.
Sure.
So.
You're so silly. Okay, what are you thinking in your head? Tell me. Tell me what you're writing down.
So like that.
6 plus 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
Because, Kaden, there's only 2 groups of 6. So that means you would add 6 plus 6. That's 2 groups, right?
Yeah.
Boom. So the answer is 6 plus 6 equals 12. So, Kaden, 2 times 6 equals 12. Right? Good job. You are so smart. Okay, let's do a few more. 3 times 4. Okay, we're getting a little trickier. Here we go. 3 times 4. So, Kaden, what does the 3 represent?
I have 3 little circles.
Okay.
That has 4 in each one.
Okay, now for repeated addition.
4 plus 4 equals 8, and then add another 4 to that, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's exactly the answer, buddy. But do you understand that what you just did there is repeated addition?
Yeah.
Okay, because you're so smart. You're on it for sure. I just want to make sure you know that what you're doing is repeated addition.
What I'm doing is just how I'm putting them in together.
Yep, you are. You're putting it all together. So, Kaden, what you just did is this right here. You just did 4 plus 4, and you said that equals what again?
That equals 12.
The 4 plus 4, though. Yes, the answer equals 12.
4 plus 4 equals 8,
yes.
And another 4 equals basically 12.
So, do you see what you did and what that actually looks like on the piece of paper, though?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, way to go, buddy. Let's do some others. You are rocking it, buddy. All right, let's do 3 times 6. Okay, 3 times 6. So, Kaden, we have 3 groups with 6 in each.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how can you solve that for repeated addition?
So how could I solve that in repeated addition?
Mm-hmm.
So how I solve it is I put it in so what's the answer again?
It's 3 times 6 right here, buddy. Sorry.
3 times 6.
So, Kaden, there's 3 groups,
Mm-hmm.
remember, with 6 in each.
So 2 6s equals 12.
Okay.
So then I would go over here and I would do.
What do you got so far?
So I did it so how it's I did it like that.
Okay, I see what you did, buddy. You only added 2 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All you need to do is add one more 6 to that, the number 12.
Oh, so that
Does that make sense, buddy? Because take a look here. 3 groups of 6. Right here, buddy. So that means, Caden, we have 3 6s that we add up.
And then that will equal 15.
Okay, let's try that again. So once, right here, Caden, you got 6 plus 6 equals what again, buddy? You got the answer, right?
6 plus 6 equals 12, and then add 6 more, 18.
There you go, buddy. Can you see that here? See how this is, I'm just drawing what you did. So you added the 2 6s, which equaled 12.
Yeah.
Now that means we have one more 6 left over, right, Caden? So what we need to do is just add that leftover 6 to 12. Perfect. Okay, you're so close. You know exactly what you're doing, buddy. Let's do some more. Do you want to give me a number?
You want to do 100.
100? That would be tricky. Let's do. Well, we could do 2 times 100.
Yes, that.
Okay, you got to show me how you do this, though. Okay, so Caden, we have 2 groups of what?
2 groups of 100.
So instead of doing 2 groups with 100 dots in each, we don't want to do that, right?
We already know the answer to it. It's 200.
Okay, but Caden, so what this represents, buddy, is 2 100s. So that means 100 plus what?
Plus 2. So.
But for repeated addition, we're gonna do right here. There's 2 groups of 100. So 100 plus.
Yep.
So 100 plus what?
100 plus another 100.
Yes, there you go, buddy.
Then now we
equals 200. Okay, you got it. Good job. Okay, let's do a few more. We're gonna do some smaller numbers, even though that one did work. Let's do 3 times 7. Okay, Caden, 3 times 7. So make sure you're trying to represent what the repeated addition looks like, okay? So if there are 3 groups with 7 in each.
7 plus 7. 16.
Try that again.
No, so 7, 8,
there you
9,
go.
10, 11, 12, 13. 13.
Try that one more time, buddy. You're all right. It's 7, okay, bud.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
There you go. Perfect.
14, and then so add another 7 to that. 14,
yep.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21.
Nice. So what you're doing is, now let me see your paper first, though. Let me make sure that you're writing it correct. Oh. So, buddy, what it should look like is 7 plus 7 plus 7. Okay, go ahead and back it. This is what it needs to look like. Caden, you're doing it in your head, but I just want to make sure that you know how to actually write it down, okay? You're doing it absolutely correct, but I just want to make sure that we know how to write it or what it looks like, okay? So, Caden, what is this strategy called right here?
It's called repeat addition.
Good. And then what's the strategy where there's circles?
So, they're like...
Do you remember what that one was called?
Addition?
Nope, this one's, it's okay. I don't know how many times we actually said the name of that. That one was equal groups. Remember, the equal groups means the circle one, where you have the circles. Okay, perfect. So, Caden, does this make sense how this is laid out here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a few more. that sound okay?
Yep.
Perfect. 6 times 2. I know you might already know the answer to this, but I want you to show me how to represent 6 times 2 with repeated addition. So there should be, Caden, 6 groups of 2. Okay, so show me how to do that. Okay, back it up a little bit. Okay, perfect. So Caden, what you did here is absolutely correct. But what the problem states is that there is 6 groups of 2, not 2 groups of 6. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Caden, either way, you're gonna get the right answer. Does that make sense? You got the right answer. It's just how...
You want me to like show how I did it in my head instead of just doing it in my head instead of doing it on paper.
Sure, yeah. So, but Caden, for this one, this means that there are 6 groups of 2. Okay, so there should be how many 2's added up?
How many 2's added up? So there's only 2 of 2.
Okay, so buddy, right here, let me show you what this one technically should look like. However, the way you did it is absolutely correct. You just flipped the groups. So Caden, notice how there are 6 groups of 2. So there should be 6 2's added up. Do you see this right here?
Yeah, so you want me to do that real quick?
Yeah, why don't you write that down real quick, buddy, just so you have it. But Caden, if we add all these 2's up, we're still going to get 12, just like you got 12 for your answer, adding 2 6's up. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So 3, 1, 2, 3. And so then the answer is 12.
Yep, it's still 12. Just like what you got. Does that make sense, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Let's do a few more. 4. Okay, maybe give me a thumbs up when you're ready. Got it all written down.
Yep.
Okay, good to go? All right, let's do this one. 4 times 5.
4 times 5.
So, Caden, 4 groups with 5 in each.
12. So then I would have to do 4 things of 5.
Perfect. There you go. So 5 plus 5, right?
5. So like 5, 1 5, 2 5.
Good. Yep.
3 5s. 4 5s. And
that's it, right?
The answer is 12.
Ooh, try that again, buddy.
No, 20.
Yep, there you go. Okay, let me see your paper and make sure you got it right. That was perfect. Caden, that was the first one that you said it perfectly, right? You said there should be 4 5s, right? Or you said 4 things of 5, which I love. That's awesome. Does that make sense, friend?
Yeah.
Okay, can we do a few more?
Yeah.
Does that sound okay? Maybe 2 more?
Yeah.
You're working really, really hard. I'm super proud of you. All right, let's do 2 times 8.
2 times 8.
So before you solve it, please show me how you represent this number with repeated addition.
Is I do 2 8s.
2 8s. Okay, so do that. So show me that it's 2 8s. And you're adding them, right?
So we know 7 plus 7 is 14. And if we add 2 more, so 14, 15. So
15.
16. The answer is 16.
Kaden, you are so smart.
So the answer is 16.
Kaden, I am serious. A lot of kids do not make that connection. You are so impressive. That was awesome. Good job. All right, so yeah. 2 times 8 equals 16. Good job. What were you going to say?
So what I'm doing is I'm just using other things on my paper to help me with the answer.
And that's in the future, Kaden, when we get to harder multiplication problems like 8 times 8, you can use that strategy to solve them. And it is so cool that you already know. I didn't even tell you about that, right? Like you're just creating these strategies on your own, and I am super impressed with you, seriously.
Yeah, so
that was awesome.
What I do is, what a lot of kids don't really understand is how they don't really I'm using my resources around me, so like if I heard a number and I just remember it in my brain, I can look through it and I see it and I'm like, oh, so that's 14, the answer's 14, double that up by 2, then I'll have my answer.
Yeah, Kaden, that's kind of a hard concept for a lot of kids to understand.
I have super good memory, so I can remember stuff really off my hand.
Then you're going to be very good at multiplication and division. So you just wait, buddy. All your hard work is going to pay off. Okay, you want to do one more, and then you can we can be done for the day, and you can maybe tell me a little bit about stuff you've been doing outside.
Sure.
Does that sound good? Okay, I'm going to have this one be all on your own, okay?
Yep.
All right, let me see. What have we not done? All right. 3 times 9. Okay, it's kind of a trickier one, so make sure that you are writing it down.
Yep.
So 3 groups of 9.
So if that's 8 and I have 9, and I can use those 2 9s.
What's 9 plus 9? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so yep. I'm using 8 plus 8, 16. Add 2 more to that 16, and that will be 17, 18. That would be 18.
Yep.
And then, so I have 9 more, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27.
Wow. Good job. Kaden, that's awesome, buddy. I'm seriously so impressed by your strategies that you're using. You are using some great problem-solving strategies, and you're making it easier on yourself. So, Kaden, what you just did there was 9 plus 9 plus 9, right?
Yeah.
Equals 27. So, Kaden, 3 times 9 equals?
Equals 27.
Nice. Good job, buddy. That was awesome.
I just used another one of my resources that were just 1 up.
Good job.
And that's one thing my friends don't really understand, how it's like there's one thing that's right up there, and I can literally give you the answer. It helps a lot.
So, Kaden, I've got a question for you. Here's your bonus question. What would 4 times 9 be? What would you need to do to solve that one?
4 times 9. So I can just go to my next thing. Do you want to put this on the paper?
Sure. I'm just seeing. I think you could solve that.
4 times 9.
So, Kaden, look at the problem that we just did. We just did 3 times 9. So what would you need to do?
27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36.
Yes! Good job, buddy. Oh my gosh, that is awesome.
3, 6. And then, so I'll go over here, I'm going to do 9 times 9.
9 times 4. Yep. Good job. So, Kaden, what is what's that strategy? What's this strategy that we were doing? What's it called again?
So like using my resources.
But what is the one where you add up the numbers rather than?
I think adding.
Adding. What's the word before addition? Do you remember?
Addition.
Starts with an R.
What?
Starts with an R.
I don't really know.
That's okay. It's repeated addition.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Repeated addition. And then what's the strategy where we use the circles?
So that one's, forgot the name of it.
That's okay. That's why I'm going over it. Equal groups, okay?
Cool. So then you use those things to help you.
Yes. The circles, right? Yep, the groups.
And then you use, now this one, you're just using all the stuff that you have.
It's addition, right? So this one's addition, so you can always remember that. And then the other one is just equal groups, right? Each group is equal. It has to be equal or it doesn't work, right?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Next week, we'll keep learning some other strategies. There's about 2 more that we can learn to solve our multiplication problems. And we'll just keep going, buddy. You're cruising. I'm so proud of you. So, Kaden, if you want to practice this, you can just have you can either
IXL and practice.
Yep, you can go on IXL, or you could just have your mom or dad just write down a few multiplication problems. Just say, hey, can you write me down a few basic multiplication problems, and then you can solve them if you want, though, buddy. You're obviously doing so much, so I don't want you to have to do more than you want to or more than you need to. But if you wanted to practice, you can do that, or you can go on IXL and just find the multiplication section. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good job. I'm so proud of you. Anything else? Do you have anything fun to tell me, or what are you guys doing this weekend? You usually have something fun you're always doing.
I know on Friday we're going to pick up my car.